Good evening. Thank
Good
you
evening.
for taking my call. I purchased a 2008 Chrysler Town & Country vehicle because at the time the Chrysler company guaranteed the vehicle drivetrain, that's axles, transmissions, and motor, as long as I own the vehicle. Now, my concern is the car's 10 years old. They're still covering the warranty work. They just put in a new transmission recently. I believe that's the third one so far in the 10 years. But I've talked to an insurance company about my vehicle, and they're telling me that if somebody smashes into my vehicle, they're going to look at the Kelley Blue Book and say, well, my vehicle's only worth $2,000, and I get nothing for my vehicle. Now, in order to keep my vehicle up to warranty, I have been purchasing all the non-covered items for my vehicle to keep it original Chrysler products. I've replaced torque converters. I've replaced electronics. I've got receipts totaling over $42,000 in parts and expenses for maintenance since I've purchased the vehicle. That does not include tires. So how do I get my protection for my vehicle in an accident that's not my fault?
Great question, Bruce. Jay?
Sure. Bruce, it sounds like you're doing everything you need to do in order to protect the value of your vehicle if you were to get into an accident. You have to keep track of all of the money that you put into the vehicle. You are going to get, whether it's fair or right or not, in your mind, you're going to get whatever the fair market value of your vehicle is. If you have modified your vehicle and can show that that vehicle is a unique Chrysler that is got all original Chrysler parts, that is you've invested significant amounts of money in that vehicle, you're going to get the fair market value of that piece of property. And it's you're going to have a car appraiser come in and appraise the vehicle. You're going to have to be able to prove all these things that you've claimed: updated electronics, any sort of other sort of updating or modifications that you've made to the vehicle that increases the vehicle's value. And if you're able to show that and able to prove that, then they're going to be responsible for paying you for the full fair market value of that very unique vehicle. We've had similar circumstances when people collect classic cars and restore them, whereas a 1966 Mustang that no one's taken care of isn't worth very much, but one that's in cherry mint condition changes the value drastically. So that's basically, you're doing all the right things in order to protect it, but you just have to know that you are going to have to fight a little bit more than the average person to protect that value, considering the fact that it's not necessarily a classic, collectible car in most people's view. But you're doing most of the right things.